It is important not to get derailed because of the disappointments surrounding us. We must not look at our future through the fear of our current circumstances. Where our focus goes, the power flows. We must resist the temptation of focusing on what these negative circumstances may bring and continue to focus on the big picture in front of us. Our eyes must remain fixed on where we are headed, on the promises we have received from God. Always pressing on to the goal set before us. We must run the race with endurance. We must not get distracted or look back in our pursuit to win the race that we are running.
Nothing's gonna lead me off the track. God, if I move, please pull me back. I'm not gonna run to the left or the right. Gonna keep the finish line in my sight.
At very worst, we may trip up and fall or go off course, but at very least it may cause us to slow down in our endeavours to reach our objectives. When we look at the obstacles through the eyes of fear, we underestimate the greatness of our God. It is how we look at the obstacles that counts. The challenge may seem huge, but compared to the greatness of our God, it is small. If we think that we cannot overcome, then we won't. But if we remind ourselves that we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us, not in our own strength, but in His, then we will. When God has placed a dream in your heart, He has also placed in you everything that you need to fulfill it. When He has given you something to achieve, you can and you must fulfill it. When you know that God is with you, He will never leave you or forsake you, then even the things you go through that seem like failures can be looked upon with a different perspective. These things may slow you down and momentarily give you feelings of defeat, but you can reframe these moments and see them as teaching moments, molding and shaping moments. We are always growing. This takes us from one level to the next. God is guiding you. He is directing you. We must not give up in the difficult times that we encounter. We can pull on His grace to get through them. Sometimes, in an aeroplane, you encounter turbulence when flying at a certain altitude. To get to your destination, you don't come down and land the plane. Usually, you are instructed to climb and maintain. You have to rise above the turbulence. And once again, you will experience a smooth ride. Are you going through some tough issues? Does life seem a little turbulent? Rise and maintain. Remember how big your God is. Believe that no weapon formed against me will prosper. Stay in an attitude of prayer and continue to praise Him. The enemy will give up and flee. Remember, it came to pass. It did not come to stay. I often say, this too shall pass. And you know what? It usually does. God is preparing a way to propel you into what He has for you. So count it all joy when things come your way, knowing that He turns all things for good for those who love Him. Every day we must make the choice to count it all joy. His joy will carry us through the tests and the trials. Don't get derailed. The joy of the Lord is your strength.
Rise up and